Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, Skill RPA. So in this video, we'll start with the document understanding, and we are going to start with the document understanding series. And to start with document understanding, first let us understand what is document understanding. See, the word itself defines, document understanding word itself defines understanding of documents. So what are documents? Documents, we can say any file that holds some data or a content. So it can be images, it can be text files, it can be document files, means like Word document, or it can be PDF files. So any format of files which holds any data, we call it as a document. And this will be as per our computers. Like, and in physical, we can see a lot of documents on paper, right? So these also we call it as documents. So the document understanding defines understanding what actually we have in these documents, what kind of data, what is the type of file. Type of file in the sense it's not about whether it is image or a text or a word. It's about what kind of um like what kind of data it is holding, like whether it is a identity card or a receipt or an invoice or a rental agreement. So that we call it as a type of a document. So to understand more into, before getting much more detailed into the document understanding, first let us try to understand what are the different types of documents we will be having it. So documents can be categorized based on two types. One is by nature, two is by structure. So what actually we mean by nature? See, when we come across, we call it as digital documents and scanned documents. So digital documents are computer generated. Okay. When it comes to the scanned documents, when we have some physical documents in place, like letters, paper documents, when we scan those documents and send it to our system, those we call it as a scanned documents, or any image based documents, we call it as scanned documents. So digital documents, we can directly read the data through programming. When it comes to the scanned documents, we require OCR engines to OCR to read the documents of scanned or images. So these are the two different kinds of documents based on the nature whether it is a computer generated PD or native documents or a scanned documents. So when it comes to the structure of the documents, we'll be having structured documents, semi-structured, unstructured. So when it comes to structured means the format of document is fixed and there is no variance. Let us suppose if we are getting 1,000 documents, if we are considering 1,000 documents, and then for all these 1,000 documents, the format is completely fixed and there is no change in the format. Best example what we can take is passport. If we see the passport of any person in a country, it will be in a fixed format. So these we call it as a structured doc. So these can be automated in terms of automation using RPA with simple string manipulations. When it comes to the semi-structured, these are formats are fixed for some group of documents, I can say. So we will be having a fixed formats, but there will be a variance based on a group. Like let us suppose the vendors are sending invoices. For one particular vendor, the format will be fixed. If we take another vendor, there will be a variance compared to the previous. So this we call it as a semi-structured documents. And unstructured is there is no fixed format. Examples we can say legal documents, rental agreements. So these will be completely unstructured. There won't be any format. When it comes to the invoices, we will be knowing that like there will be an invoice number or there will be a date, there will be a line items and all these details. When it comes to the legal documents or a rental agreements, it will be varying from every person to person and based on how they follow. So these are the categorization of documents based on the structure. So how the document can be understandable by the robot? Robot versus human. So it is so easy for human to understand the document as we have eyes to see and we can think. And when robot is there, no eyes, can't think, right? When it comes to semi-structured data, okay, we'll come there again. And so how the robot will identify is based on structure of document. Like it will convert our document to document object model, which we will be discussing this in detail in the next session. But for now, just understand that like there will be a robot will convert the document into document object model. And what actually this includes is text and its positions. So based on this, the robot can understand what type of document it is and what is the data it is having and all. So these are the two different ways how the human and the robot is going to understand. So we already discussed that structured data can be Structured documents can be extracted with a simple string manipulation. And it can be very much easily achievable through RPA. When it comes to the semi-structured, this can be achieved with RPA by using regular expressions and string manipulations. We can use these two in order to achieve this. But the challenge is when we are dealing with the semi-structured, let us suppose if we have 100 formats of data, then we need to create 100 different workflows. Is it possible to create 100 workflows? It will be a time taking, more development effort, right? And your code will be huge and difficult to manage. So here the document understanding is going to give an advantage here by creating one workflow. We can automate all these 10 different formats. That is the advantage which the document understanding, UiPath document understanding is bringing a value to us. And there is another kind of formats, which is unstructured. There is unstructured data. So when it comes to unstructured data, we need to use document understanding along with AI. So the combination of these two will help us to automate unstructured data because it is very hard to identify that, extract the information. So we need to summarize the text, and on top of that, we need to draw the values or get the information. So for completely unstructured documents, we need to use the artificial intelligence along with the document understanding in order to automate these processes. So the major advantage of document understanding we are going to get with the semi-structured and unstructured. With this, we completed our first session. And in the next session, we are going to discuss more about what actually the document um, object model and what are the steps involved or the phases involved in the document understanding framework. We'll see in the next video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to Skill RPA YouTube channel.